everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with another layout, and today I'm actually doing another photo from Christmas. I have a few Christmas photos left to do, so I'm slowly working my way through. So I'm going to take this scrap of LE Studio paper from the Wonder 6 by 8.5 inch pad, and I believe that was this year's 6.5 by 8 inch pad. And then I'm going to put this 3x4 card, which says "Twas the night before Christmas." That is also LE Studio, and I don't know if it was in this year's December document or document December. I can never remember which that is, or last year's or whatever. But it was from one of those years. And then I wanted a little red border around this to really make the photo pop. So I took that red paper again from that Wonder 6 by 8.5 inch pad. And then cut out some of there was a lot of space above their heads here, so I kind of like chopped that off. That's all going to be mounted on this Darling Heart paper, which came from Bella Boulevard's Christmas Cheer collection. It's the Happy Hearts paper. And I just love this because this is so appropriate, because these are my 4 grandkids. And my daughter-in-law's dad, so their grandpa, is reading them "Twas the Night Before Christmas" on Christmas Eve. And they're all in their jammies getting ready to go to bed. And it's just so cute. Definitely had to be scrapped. He's such a great grandpa, and I like to make sure that he's with them a lot, and so I like to make sure that he appears in the stories a lot. So I'm going through some die cuts. These are LE Studio die cuts, trying to decide what to do. I found that one on the top that says "the best," and it has a little bit of green on it. I do like these little candy canes here, so trying to figure out if I can get those on there. And these are the end bits from not just my die cuts this year, but die cuts from other years as well that might be left over, or just plain things like green and red labels that I could use. So actually, after I finished this one, I think I put them, if they were Christmas, I put them in my Christmas die cuts. If they weren't, I put them in the colored die cuts. Then I found that little paper clip there that says Christmas on it. And that paper clip is from the Illustrated Faith Advent collection, the designer clips, and that's a Bella Boulevard. And then I had pulled these acrylic hearts here from LE Studio. Some of them are Christmas, some of them are other collections, but they're all older. So I'm kind of adding those in and trying to figure out how I can make some of these work on this page. So thinking about adding another one up there. I've had these for years. I do love them, but they're very thick, so they can be a little bit hard to use sometimes. All right, so just kind of getting that done and playing back and forth about whether I'm going to use an open one or a closed one, whether it's going to be green. I do like that green, but the green on here is pretty yellowy, so that more Kelly or Christmassy green was not feeling appropriate. And just seeing what else. I didn't feel like that piece up in the top left corner there was strong enough. So I'm coming back here and I'm looking at the labels from LE Studio that were included with their Christmas kit this year as well. And I eventually settle on, well, I was looking at them and then I couldn't find the right shape. So I ended up going to my LE Studio, just red labels. They do sheets of labels separately, and that's where this one came from. And then looking at using that green heart and then a green heart on the bottom there. But I decided I wanted the red heart on that green. So then I went back to a solid red heart up here. So I guess, is it? It looks solid, but it's not really solid. It's a tiny bit open. And then on the top left there, and then ATG gave me a little fit here, just part of being an ATG owner. I love it too much not to use it, even though it can be a pain in the neck, or lower, as the case may be. And that's not very nice, considering I'm doing a Christmas layout. But anyway, I really loved this photo, I think, like I said, so thought it really needed to be scrapped. And pretty simply, this is one of those layouts where the background is so busy that the picture in the foreground doesn't need to be. But it's busy but small. Then I found that sticker there that says family, because they're obviously family there. And that came from the Bella Boulevard Christmas Cheer Treasures and Text Sheet, which is the Christmas, which is the large sticker sheets from Bella Boulevard. I don't know if they even still do those, because they're being produced by Doodlebug now, and this sheet I have here is pretty old. I'm really trying to work my way through product. I just have so much, and it's nice to think about using some of it up. All right, there. So then I ended up changing it out to a solid heart here from the open heart, just because I wanted to sort of hide the corners of that sticker. Otherwise, you would have seen them through the open heart. So that's the reason I flipped it out here. All right, so that was easy. Now that that's done. And then just got that best little die cut down, and I just use my ATG on these acrylic pieces. I am really careful about how I put it on, so you really can't see the adhesive through it. I do it all in kind of one long strip. I don't start or stop on the piece until I get to the edges. If that makes any sense to you, and you really don't see it. I'm looking at the one that I just did there on the bottom right, bottom right, and you can't tell. All right, so now I'm going through and I'm looking for some enamel dots here, because I'm thinking I want to add just that for a different texture, and then just to add another color here. In the background of this paper, there is a pink heart in there, and I don't have that pink anywhere else on this layout, so I'm thinking that's what I want to do. And I went to my Eyelet Outlet and Brad's sheet of pink enamel hearts here, and I'm just going to add them, and they're kind of more of they're not a hot pink color, but something close. Just kind of add 3 in there, and then I'll add 3 up here as well too. All right, so that's done. Here's the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you guys are well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye, everybody.